Hello crafty friends, it's Yana here, and today's video is a little different. I made 6 cards, but instead of showing you what I made, I'm going to share 6 simple card making tips that you can use with any supplies you already have. And a quick warning, some of these are so simple, you might wonder why you haven't been doing them already. So let's jump right in. Before we start looking at the tips and the cards, let me quickly show you what I used. All of the die cuts you're seeing here were created using the Allison Fraser Summer Camp collection from Spellbinders. This collection is really designed for building fun, story-driven scenes, and what I love most is how everything works together. For the critters, I used 2 main die sets, Trailside Trio and Woodland Trio. These give you all the adorable characters like the fox, the raccoon, the skunk, the deer, and the hedgehog. Then for all of the scene building elements, I used splash days. This one includes things like the canoe, fishing gear, the water themed pieces, trail ends, perfect for signs, trees, and directional elements, and camp days, which has all the fun extras like clothing, lanterns, and accessories. And honestly, these accessory sets are what really brings these scenes to life. For sentiments, I used the Summertime Sentiments stamp set. It has a really great mix of playful and versatile greetings that work beyond just summer cards. There's also a stencil set called Lakeside Memories, which is perfect for creating layered backgrounds. But for today, I decided to skip ink blending and keep things simple with colored cardstock. And one thing I do want to mention, if you're working with detailed die cuts like these, Spellbinders provides assembly guides, which make putting everything together super straightforward. So once you have your pieces cut and assembled like I did here, the fun part really begins, turning them into finished cards. For this card, I'm keeping things very clean and simple. I'm using colored cardstock for the background instead of building a detailed scene. So my tip number 1 for you is let your die cuts do the heavy lifting. You don't always need ink blending, stenciling, embossing, or a complicated background. If your focal elements are strong enough, a simple background can actually help them shine even more. Here, I'm focusing on just a few elements, a canoe and a critter, and I'm letting them tell a story. And notice how I used slightly different shades of cardstock for the canoe. Just that small variation adds depth without extra effort. Keep this tip in mind and notice how I apply it to all the other cards I'm sharing in this video. For my second card, I am creating a little camping scene. So my tip number 2 is build your scenes in layers. You want to start with your background element, in this case, the sign. Then add your midground element, like the campfire. And finally, place your character in the foreground. This layering creates dimension and makes your card feel more intentional. And notice I'm mixing foam adhesive and liquid glue. Some things are popped up, but not all of them. This variation in height adds subtle interest without making things very bulky. I'm also applying this tip to all the other cards I'm sharing today. For this card, I'm working on a darker background. My tip number 3, when your design is simple, use dimension to make it pop. Since I'm not adding a lot of background detail, I'm still using colored cardstock without anything else on top of it. I'm popping my die cuts up with foam adhesive. This instantly separates the elements from the background and makes everything feel more dynamic and more organic. Also, quick bonus tip, on a darker cardstock, heat emboss your sentiment in white embossing powder so that it doesn't get lost. If I were to stamp this in black, you would not be able to read it. For this next card, I already have my sentiment stamped at the bottom. And this brings me to my tip number 4, use your sentiments to ground your designs. Instead of treating the sentiment as an afterthought, use it as a part of your layout. Here, the sentiment acts almost like a visual anchor or a baseline for the entire scene. And it does the same on the other 5 cards in this video. I do this a lot. It helps everything feel balanced and prevents your elements from floating awkwardly. For this card, I'm building a little hammock scene. My tip number 5 is don't be afraid to customize your die cuts. Now, these pieces are meant to be flexible. You can change colors, you can swap accessories, you can mix and match elements, you can even use parts in unexpected ways. Just be brave and be creative. I'm using accessories in slightly different ways than intended, and this still works beautifully. Think of your dies as your building blocks and just have fun. For my final card, I'm keeping things super simple once again. And my tip number 6 is repeat your colors to tie your design together. Notice how I'm using the same colors across different elements: hat, shorts, accessories. Even in a simple layout, repeating colors creates harmony and makes the card feel polished. This is one of the easiest ways to elevate your design instantly. So these are my 6 cards and 6 simple tips you can start using right away. You don't need a huge stash or complicated techniques to make something special. Sometimes it's just about how you put things together. If you enjoyed this style of video, let me know. I'd love to do more like this. I have links to everything I mentioned in the video description below and over on my blog. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. Love you guys, and I'll see you again soon.